Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita. Welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you all so much for the love and the continued support of my channel. Today's video is going to be a super fun one. It's just a little chat about extremes if you only had to choose one. Now this is a video tag that's been going around, started by my beautiful YouTube sisters Veronica Says and Jack's Beautiful You. If you are not subscribe to their channels, or what are you waiting on? You need to subscribe right now. And yeah, I thought this would be fun. So without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. Okay, so my favorite blind buy is the first one. Okay, so that would have to be SCHERZO by Miller Harris. So I would hear Judah Rose on her channel talk about SCHERZO by Miller Harris, and something about the way she would describe it and how she like kind of held it to this, I don't know, I feel like with her taste and how many fragrances she gets to review in her collection, and for her to put it on the pedestal the way she did, I was like, that fragrance probably is exquisite. Then I saw the notes, and so I was like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and blind buy it. And yeah, so almost an empty later, we are absolutely in love. We're obsessed. If you saw my Hall of Fame video, if it's aired, I hope so. It was inducted into the Fragrance Hall of Fame for me. So that particular perfume was my best blind buy ever, okay? So number 2 is worst blind buy is Greenwich Village. I know that is such a fave from the House of Bond number 9, but I could not get with it. Something about the way that it wore on my skin. So it had like these floral notes, but it also had this note of praline. When I say I got none of that on my skin, it was it was almost like fresh but salty. It was just horrible. Like I blind bought it. I bought a whole bottle of it, and I tested it for a couple of days, and I was just like, I just don't get it. No. Okay, so I sent that back. Would I ever revisit it? Probably. I'm open to revisiting everything that is popular, but I didn't like in the beginning of my journey, because your nose, it just changes. And I don't know. I don't know if it just was catching my skin on a bad chemistry day, or if I just don't like chemically vibe with their perfume. Something, because it had to go back for sure. Okay, my favorite perfume of all time. Oh my gosh. Y'all want me to pick one? I don't want to say SCHERZO because we just discussed it. I should have thought this out a little better. I'm going to say DELINA. I'm going to say DELINA. Something about those niche fragrances that truly captivated you in the beginning of your journey. I don't know, like they just really, really like stay close to your heart. And the scents are just always held in like this, I don't know, like higher regard. I don't know. Okay, so like the Baccarat Rouge, DELINA, like those are some of my very first niche fragrances to bit. Like those are just, they will always be in my collection. I will probably always love them. I can't say that I can see into the future, but yeah, I mean, if someone's like, oh, you know, what is your favorite perfume? I'll just say DELINA. Like DELINA. I love it. The original, okay, because the original was the first one that I got my nose on, the first one I purchased, and I'm obsessed with that fragrance. I actually don't wear DELINA that much, and it's because I always wanted to remain special. Like I don't want to go through bottles of it and it's just like, okay girl, I'm tired of DELINA. No, I want to keep her special. And so I wear her when I'm just truly like in the mood to feel my very, very best, because it's a stunning fragrance. I don't care what nobody say. You love it, I hate it, I love it. Okay, so DELINA. All right, so signature scents. I feel like for me, Poudre d'Or, because there is just something so ultra feminine about that fragrance. I could see someone wearing it like to a wedding. I could see someone wearing it to work. I could see someone wearing it, you know, out with their bae. I could just, it's a very versatile powdery scent, but there is just something that is just so like quintessential feminine. I want to throw this on and I smell amazing every day. Like vibe, that is the vibe that has. Okay, I haven't worn it in a couple weeks, couple months, no, probably about a month. So I'm gonna bring that back out because I feel like that would just be the signature scent that will work for dang near any. If you like powdery scents, I will preface it with that. So Poudre d'Or, yeah, that would be the one that I would recommend as a signature scent. Wedding scent, oh my goodness. Wedding scent, I would say, I don't want to say DELINA exclusive because we just talked about DELINA. I'm going to say Gentle Fluidity Gold. And I say that because, again, very versatile, but that is just something I would see a bride, you know, like smelling like Gentle Fluidity Gold. I could see the mother of the bride um, wearing Gentle Fluidity Gold. I could see the guests, like anybody at a wedding. They didn't say wedding day, or did I write that down wrong? Wedding scent. I feel like that would be a very crowd pleasing scent. Not saying that, you know, everyone on earth will love it, but I just feel like wedding day, I just think Gentle Fluidity Gold or DAMA Bianca, because they actually remind me of each other. They don't have similar notes, but there is just something they remind me of each other so much, even though they're different. So either one of those. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna just say Gentle Fluidity Gold because we can only pick one. Because this is extremes, so we can only pick one. So yeah. All right, so next up is gonna be favorite date night. Probably Possibilities. Hello. So Possibilities is this super dark, deep, sexy, like peppery, spicy rose with this freesia, a little bit of vanilla, and it is uber sexy. I find that men quite enjoy it, and it is like when you want to slay, that's when you put on Possibilities. Okay, we're not pulling it out for everyone, but if you got a hot date night and you want to wow and impress, definitely Possibilities. Most hated. Okay, most hated. I'm gonna go with something that I smelled in passing, and I was so blown away that someone thought to bottle this and put it on a shelf and sell it and expect for someone to spray it on their person and walk out into the world smelling like this. And this is Rhino by Zoologist. Like, Zoologist, very challenging scents for the most part, super challenging for the most part. And so many just are not wearable to me at this point in my fragrance journey. Okay, I smelled like one or two that I was like, oh, okay, I can get with this. But that literally smelled like elephant, rhinoceros butt. It smelled so animalic and literally the smell you get when you're at a circus. Okay, one that's not well kept and they don't treat the elephants the best. You know what that smell you get when the elephants come out, when you're hit in the face with that? That is what that fragrance smells like. And I just, why, God? God, why? I need an explanation as to why this exists, but definitely my most hated fragrance without a doubt. Worst bottle. Now, I have very, very beautiful bottles in my collection because I'm a bit of a bottle snob. Like I want to try dual fragrances, but I can't because I don't want bottles in my collection until they revamp them bottles. You can forget about it, but I don't have any, so we're not talking about dual right now. Bond number 9. I don't like those bottles. I do not like the bottles. The packaging for the price point is quite cheap. Like the top is super plasticky. Just the design of it. I feel like they look cute, like when you have a whole series of collection of them, but the bottles are just not cute to me. I don't get it. Like for that price point, y'all could came up with something better than this and a much better quality. I'm not a fan. I actually love the bottle of Greenwich Village because I feel like that one looks a little different. Like Greenwich Village, Tribeca, because they're like that matte finish. They're very chic compared to most, but Overall, I don't like that bottle. Yeah, so worst bottle for me. Most expensive, that is definitely, I don't have to put thought. Okay, Abracadabra 221 is my most expensive fragrance. I feel like at the time I bought it, it was like 5 something. And when I tell you I had to marinate, on, girl, are you really about to drop this kind of money on a single bottle? Finally bought it because my daughter was on my butt about getting this into the collection because we were both obsessed with the decants. But y'all, they done went up $200 for the 3.4 ounce since I bought it. So that thing is like over $700. It's like, that's why I really don't even talk about Abracadabra 221 as much as I would like to on my channel, because the price point is absolutely outrageous at this point. It was when I bought it. Was it worth it? I think so. The 550, but seven. Oh Lord, this supply, I guess it's a supply chain. I don't know. I don't know if they just feel like taking up prices just because everything else is going up, or if they really had to because of the ingredients. I don't know, but I just feel like it's really getting astronomical. But all that to say, that's definitely my most expensive bottle of perfume. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever spend that much money on a perfume again, but I love it. Okay, so least expensive is probably going to be Tonka by Solar Notes. It is a very like beautiful tonka bean, slightly cherry fragrance that actually smells really good and performs really good and doesn't smell cheap. And I feel like that bottle was around $20. I can't remember because I bought it over a year ago, but I bought it from Amazon and it's a beautiful fragrance. I don't pull for it that much. If it was $200, I probably would, because the scent is really good. I don't know. It's just like, oh, a cheapie. I don't know. Like, I need to get out of my head about certain things. But that was definitely my least expensive. And I might pull that out and wear that tonight, as a matter of fact. But Tonka by Solar Notes. Okay, so most complimented, honey, you already, if you watch this channel, you already know, Angelique Noir. I have gotten compliments from people as I approach them from like 6 feet away. I've had people screw up their face and like tilt their head like, girl, what do you have on? Like, it's always so funny when someone decides to pay you a compliment wearing Angelique Noir, because they're always kind of taken aback. Like, it is a very unique scent, very beautiful. It sweetens up and it's just exquisite on me anyway. I don't know how it wear on you, but on me, wears like magic, and it definitely garners me the most compliments out of my entire collection. Most nostalgic. Now, this is a perfume I don't have in my collection, but when I think nostalgia, when I think perfume, it's going to be Red Jeans by Versace. Now, this is probably why I don't own any Versace fragrances to this day, like currently, because when I think that house, I think like high school. Like, oh, Versace was such a huge fashion house when I was coming up, you know, in the 90s, my coming of age years. And I couldn't afford no dang Versace clothes. When I figured out I could afford a perfume, I was like, girl, I'm finna walk up in the Versace store and get me a bottle of Versace perfume. And I just love the way everything smelled. They were like really bold, unique fragrances that still like have, like, Versace has a very distinct DNA about, you know, their fragrances. And Red Jeans was just everything. I smelled like money to me back then. Okay, like, so definitely nostalgia. Versace, like Red Jeans all day. Okay, so the most offensive. Oh, the most offensive? It's gonna have to be an oud fragrance. Okay, I'm just gonna go with my strongest oud. That would be Oud for Greatness. That thing is so strong. It is so strong. So if you hate it, oh my God, like, I would be so scared that if this scent was offensive to someone, it would be deeply offensive, because that is by far the strongest fragrance in my collection. When I say I'm not a 1-2 type of girl, but for that fragrance, it is 1-2. It is 1-2. That's it. You don't need to spray up here. You don't need to spray your clothes, nothing, because it is a powerhouse of a scent and it is oud. So you really got to put a lot of thought into wearing a fragrance like that, or any powerful oud fragrance like Oud Bouquet. another one that can be highly offensive just because so many people get gasoline from some of those sweet oud fragrances, especially oud bouquet. I hear that a lot. Like some people get gasoline from that. So imagine if you sprayed that and you're just smelling up the whole room and everybody in there thinks it smells like gasoline. Yeah, so those would be my picks, or I would say Oud for Greatness would be my pick for the most offensive scent because it is so loud and so strong and very oud. All right, you guys, so that's the video for today. I am going to tag Miss Ev at the Ev Effect. I'm going to tag Simply Aisha. I'm going to tag From Abby with Love. You all give me your extremes, you know, for these categories, because I think that videos like this are so much fun to do. So anyone that wants to participate, by all means, absolutely, you know, join in on the fun. But you guys, I have enjoyed this time with you, and make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Notification bell is turned on to all, and give the video a big thumbs up. It has been real. I will catch you guys on the next one.